Hello learners, welcome to the program of mathematics at senior secondary level. In one of our previous program, we have discussed some aspects of trigonometry and we covered the topics up to the conversion of angles from degree to radian, their values, how do they changes, their sign from one quadrant to another quadrant. Today, we will extend our knowledge further. In class 10th, you know the values of 0 degree to 90 degree with some specific measurements like 0 degree, 30 degree, 40 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. But what if I need to find out the value of sin 75 degree or say the value of 10-15 degree? Then what I will do? It's we can see we do not know the value directly, but these particular angles like 15 and 75, they can be splitted in two different angles which are already known to us, like 75 degree can be written as 45 plus 30 degree. Likewise, 15 degree could be expressed as 45 minus 30 degree. So, if we know that some angle can be splitted or the expressed as sum or difference of two such angles whose values are known to us, then would we be able to find out such values of trigonometric ratios for these angles? Let us see how does it happen. Here we have drawn a unit circle again, and we can see here this angle is x, this particular angle is y, this angle is minus y. This point we have written as P4, its coordinate are 1, 0, then it is P1, its coordinate will become cos x and sin x, then here it is P2 with cos x plus y, sin x plus y, then point P3 with coordinates as cos minus y and sin minus y. In this diagram we find that distance P1 P3 is equal to distance P2 P4. Then certainly P1 P3 square will also be equal to P2 P4 square. Now recall the distance formula of coordinate geometry. Distance P1 P3 means this is the distance, coordinates are cos x sin x and cos minus y sin minus y. So distance is cos x minus cos minus y square plus sin x minus sin minus y square equal to distance P2 P4. Here it is P2 and here it is P4. So 1 minus cos x plus y square plus 0 minus sin x plus y square. When we expand it further, we find it is cos x, cos minus y, we know it will be equal to cos y. So cos x minus cos y whole square plus sin minus y, we know minus sin y, so it will become sin x plus sin y, sin x plus sin y whole square equal to 1 minus cos x plus y whole square plus sin x plus y whole square. On simplification of this particular expression, we get a result as cos x plus y equal to cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. This particular expression helps us to express an angle which is expressed in sum of two different angles as x plus y. Similarly, we have another result, cos x minus y is equal to cos x cos y plus sin x sin y. These are known as the formulae of sum and difference. In the same way, we have formulae for sine also. Sin x plus y is equal to sin x cos y plus cos x sin y, and sin x minus y is equal to sin x cos y minus cos x sin y. Using these four results, we can find out values of all such angles what we were discussing now, 75 or 15 degree, etc. Now, suppose we have to find sin 15 degree. We can write sin 15 as sin 45 degree minus 30 degree. It becomes, using this formula sin x minus y, as sin x cos y. So, sin 45 degree cos 30 degree minus cos 45 degree sin 30 degree. We know value of sin 40 is 1 upon root 2, cos 30 that is root 3 upon 2 minus cos 45 1 upon root 2, and sin 30 is 1 upon 2, and as denominators are same, this is 2 root 2, the numerator becomes root 3 minus 1, and we are able to find out the value of sin 15 as root 3 minus 1 upon 2 root 2. Like formula for sum and difference of sin and cos, we have the same type of formula for trigonometric ratio tan also. This is tan x plus y equal to tan x plus tan y upon 1 minus tan x tan y. Similarly, for tan x minus y, it becomes tan x minus tan y upon 1 plus tan x tan y. Using these two formulae, let us see how do we simplify a problem. Here it is given to us that tan alpha is equal to m upon m plus 1 and tan beta is equal to 1 upon 2m plus 1, and we have been asked to find out the value of alpha plus beta. See, when I write for tan alpha plus beta, right side becomes tan alpha plus tan beta upon 1 minus tan alpha tan beta. Value of tan alpha is given to us as m upon m plus 1 plus tan beta is 1 upon 2m plus 1 divided by 1 minus m upon m plus 1 1 upon 2m plus 1. When we simplify this, we find that LCM of numerator and denominator, they both are same, so they will be cancelled. Numerator upon numerator becomes 2m square plus m plus m plus 1 upon 2m square plus 2m plus m plus 1 minus m. This m will be cancelled, and here we get 2m square plus 2m plus 1 divided by 2m square plus 2m plus 1, and we see here numerator and denominator, they both are same. So, value is here 1. So, when tan alpha plus beta is equal to 1, we see tan alpha plus beta equal to 1 gives us tan alpha plus beta equal to tan 45 degree or say tan pi by 4. So, alpha plus beta is equal to pi by 4. These were the expressions or say the formulae of sum and difference for different trigonometric ratios sine, cos and tan. Let us extend this knowledge further. If we need to convert some expressions where angle we have to make half or angle which is given in the form of 3 times and we have to convert it into ones, means if 2x, some angle 2x is to be converted into x and some angle 3x is converted into x. Let us see how does it happen. Suppose angle is 2x. Now, 2x can be expressed as x plus x and it is a sum of two different angles. It can be expressed as x plus x, which is sum of two angles, and we know a formula when sum of two angles are there, how we will express that. See, sin 2x is expressed as sin x plus x. If I open it, it will become sin x cos x plus cos x sin x. So, sin x cos x plus cos x sin x, and like this sin 2x becomes 2 sin x cos x. So, the importance of this result is that angle 2x is converted into angle x. So, anywhere if we need to make angle half, then we use this particular result. These results exist for all trigonometric ratios. We are writing here now sin 2x can be expressed as 2 sin x cos x, and in the form of tan also, this is 2 tan x upon 1 plus tan square x. Likewise, cos 2x can be written as cos square x minus sin square x or 2 cos square x minus 1 or 1 minus 2 sin square x or 1 minus tan square x upon 1 plus tan square x. In the same way, tan 2x can be expressed as 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x. Likewise, formulae for 3x can be written. Sin 3x can be expressed into angle x. Sin 3x is 3 sin x minus 4 sin cube x. Cos 3x equal to 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x, and tan 3x equal to 3 tan x minus tan cube x upon 1 minus 3 tan square x. Now, let us see how do we use this result. Let us apply these conversion formulae of 2x and 3x in a problem. It is prove that cos 6x equal to 32 cos raised to power 6x minus 48 cos raised to power 4x plus 18 cos square x minus 1. Here we see cos 6x, when we use cos 2x equal to 2 cos square x minus 1, it can be written as 2 cos square 3x minus 1. Our ultimate purpose is to convert the angle of 6x into x. On left side the angle is 6x and on the right side everywhere we find angle is x. Now, in this first step 6x has been converted into angle 3x using half angle formula, and now 3x can be converted into x using cos 3x equal to 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x square minus 1. After opening this square, we find it is 16 cos raised to power 6x plus 9 cos square x minus 24 cos raised to power 4x minus 1, and the result becomes 32 cos raised to power 6x minus 48 cos raised to power 4x plus 18 cos square x minus 1, which is the desired result as all the angles are converted into x. So, using of all these formula, the angle 6x is converted into angle x. Now, let us understand how sum of two trigonometric ratios or the difference of two trigonometric ratios, how it is converted into sum and difference of angles, and how product of two trigonometric ratios is converted into sum or different of two trigonometric ratios. This is like this is sin C plus sin D is sum of two different trigonometric ratios. It becomes 2 sin C plus D by 2 cos C minus D upon 2. If it is sin C minus sin D, it is 2 cos C plus D by 2 sin C minus D upon 2. If cos C plus cos D, then it is 2 cos C plus D upon 2 cos C minus D upon 2. If cos C minus cos D, then it is minus 2 sin C plus D upon 2 sin C minus D upon 2. Now, let us understand how product is converted into sum and difference of angles. This is 2 cos x cos y equal to cos sum of x and y, x plus y plus cos x minus y. 2 sin x sin y equal to minus cos x minus y plus cos x minus y minus cos x plus y. 2 sin x cos y equal to sin x plus y plus sin x minus y. 2 cos x sin y equal to sin x plus y minus sin x minus y. Now, we shall apply all these formulae in finding out one expression. This is, prove that sin 10 degree, sin 50 degree, sin 60 degree and sin 70 degree equal to root 3 upon 16. Here we know the value of sin 60 is root 3 upon 2, and then if we multiply and divide this expression by 2, it becomes 2 sin 10 degree, sin 50 degree, sin 70 degree, which is equal to root 3 upon 4, and here 2 sin 10 and sin 50, it can be written as cos 40 degree minus cos 60 degree into sin 70 degree. We know the value of cos 60, it becomes cos 40 degree minus 1 upon 2 and sin 70 degree. At the same time, if we multiply and divide by 2, it will become 2 cos 40 into 2, then expression becomes root 3 upon 8, 2 cos 40 sin 70 degree minus sin 70 degree. Converting this 2 cos 40 sin 70, it is sin 110 degree plus sin 30 degree minus sin 70 degree. We know sin 110 degree and sin 70 degree gets the same value, and sin 30 degree is 1 by 2. So, value of expression finally comes root 3 upon 16, which was required. Today we studied how to express sum and difference of two trigonometric ratios. Then we understood how to convert sum of two trigonometric ratios into product, and then vice versa how product is converted into sum or difference of two trigonometric ratios. We understood how 2x angle is converted into x and how angle 3x is converted to x. I hope you have enjoyed today the trigonometry. Thank you.
घर बैठे पाएं राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय शिक्षा संस्थान यानी NIOS में एडमिशन, वो भी एकदम आसान तरीके से, जिससे शिक्षार्थियों को होगी समय और धन दोनों की बचत। NIOS से शिक्षा कभी भी कहीं भी। शिक्षार्थियों, क्या आप जानते हैं NIOS में एडमिशन लेने का सरल और सुगम तरीका, जिससे शिक्षार्थियों को ऑनलाइन प्रवेश लेने में सहूलियत मिलती है। NIOS में प्रवेश की प्रक्रिया पूर्णतया ऑनलाइन है। शिक्षार्थी घर बैठे इंटरनेट द्वारा प्रवेश के लिए सबसे पहले NIOS की वेबसाइट www.nios.ac.in पर लॉगिन करें। अपना ईमेल आईडी और पासवर्ड डालकर अपना पंजीकरण करें। पंजीकरण के बाद लॉगिन करने पर ऑनलाइन प्रवेश हेतु आवेदन पत्र खुलेगा। आवेदन पत्र को निर्देशानुसार भरें और प्रिंट आउट लें। इस प्रिंट आउट पर अपनी फोटो संलग्न करें। ऑनलाइन प्रवेश के लिए शुल्क हेतु भुगतान के तरीके हैं: क्रेडिट कार्ड के द्वारा, डेबिट कार्ड के द्वारा, राष्ट्रीयकृत बैंक के ड्राफ्ट के माध्यम से, जो कि सचिव NIOS नई दिल्ली या नोएडा के पक्ष में देय हो। भरे हुए आवेदन पत्र के साथ साथ डिमांड ड्राफ्ट और संलग्न किए जाने वाले दस्तावेज हैं जन्म रजिस्ट्रार के जिला कार्यालय से जारी जन्म प्रमाण पत्र की सत्यापित प्रति, जिसमें जन्म तिथि अंकित हो, पिछले विद्यालय से प्राप्त विद्यालय छोड़ने का प्रमाण पत्र जिसमें आवेदक की जन्म तिथि लिखी हो। प्रवेश फॉर्म का प्रिंट आउट NIOS के संबद्ध क्षेत्र केंद्रों पर 10 दिनों में पहुंच जाना चाहिए, अन्यथा उचित दस्तावेज न लगे होने पर आवेदन फॉर्म रद्द किया जा सकता है। प्रवेश प्रक्रिया की पुष्टि होने के बाद शिक्षार्थियों को परिचय पत्र व अध्ययन सामग्री डाक द्वारा तुरंत पहुंचाई जाती है। ऑनलाइन प्रवेश एक बहुत ही सुगम और सुविधाजनक प्रवेश प्रणाली है। ऑनलाइन ऑन टाइम फॉर सेफ एंड सिक्योर एडमिशन।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर। शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों